Hello and welcome back to another edition of What is in Our Stand Today. My name is George. I'm the owner / head mechanic / sales, marketing, business development, social media, and everything else of Rev Endurance Sports. This is part of a series that is hashtag What is in Our Stand Today, so you can follow that hashtag. And before we get started, if you could like, subscribe, and hit that little bell icon so you get notified when I post another video. So if you're new to the channel, what we talk about here is bike service, new products, things that are just arrived, and because of this pandemic that we're currently under, today is March 12th of 2021, I also talk about the status of inventory and our manufacturers and what's going on with that. So if that interests you, please subscribe to the channel, and please also share this with your customers. With your friends. Okay, so today we're going to talk about one of my favorite wheel companies, and I get really excited about this wheel company. Steve HED founded a company called HED Wheels, and that's his name, HED. And to me, this is one of the best American-made wheels. They have several different options. They have low profile wheels, they have aerodynamic wheels, they have discs for time trialing, and disc brake wheel sets now as well. And so when customers come to me and they say, hey, I need a new set of wheels, I look at what they're riding and I say, you really couldn't do any better than what you have until you almost spend this amount. Okay, well, what options would you offer at that point? Okay, well, I like Shimano wheels. I like HED wheels. Okay, well, most discussions start that way. And then I say, you know what, if you want a really good, sturdy wheel set and something that'll last you a long time and a company that backs up the product, let's go with either Shimano or HED. But in this case, we wanted something with a little bit more rim depth for aerodynamic purposes, and possibly lightening up the stock wheel set that the customer had. So we went with the Jet 4C. Now this wheel set, what I like about it is, this being a fairing, it's not full carbon, but what you get is an aluminum brake track. Not only do you get an aluminum brake track, but you get what they call their turbine brake texture. And if you look closely here, what you'll see is this has a texture to it instead of just being a smooth aluminum surface. And so that gives you significantly increased braking power. And not to mention, it makes a pretty cool noise when you're riding in a group. But this is a very good answer to the disc wheel movement. So if you got an older bike and it's got rim brake on it and you're thinking, well, should I really go disc brake? I got to start all over. I got to buy a whole new bike. I got to buy new everything. Maybe a set of wheels like this with this turbine brake technology, it's like 25% or so better increased power. I knew the numbers at one time, but I forgot, in the rain, and like 50% or so in the dry. Anyway, so this particular customer, we got him a set of wheels. He had an unfortunate incident. He crashed. So the front wheel, this carbon fairing, just got destroyed. So we got him a new wheel through their crash replacement warranty program, and they're very good about doing that. So he didn't have to buy a brand new wheel at the retail pricing. The rear wheel was out of true, so we had to true the rear wheel. And to true the rear wheel, or I should say to true any of these wheels, the important thing to note is that these nipples are internal. So normally you will have nipples right here exposed. You just use a standard nipple wrench and you get on there and you're fine. But these, you need a special park tool. This is called the SW16, and you'll have to true it from this side here. So when you put these in the wheel stand, you'll have to access it you'll have to access the nipple through here, which also means you have to take off the tire, you have to take off the tube, you have to take off the rim strip. So you can see that that's been removed here because this wheel just came in. And if you're running tubeless, then you have to, when you remove all of that, the tubeless tape as well, then you're going to have to put new tubeless tape on, new sealant, and then put your tire on. So one of the things I wanted to show you is one of the tape companies that I've been using as of late, and it's from a company called Whiskey Parts. And I like their tape because it's a little bit thinner than, you know, the Stans tape is an industry standard, but it's a little bit thinner. It's got really good adhesive, and it's got really good stretching property, so that when you stretch it and tape the wheel, you get a good seal over the spoke holes. And it's really nice to kind of squeeze down and get all the air bubbles out because it's much thinner than the Stans tape, which is a little bit thicker. The adhesive I don't find is very good compared to, let's say, the whiskey style. And then when installing these types of things, you'll need the tubeless valve. If you want to go tubeless, we'll have another video that is just about tubeless, but you need a tubeless valve, and then you need a way to get the valve core out so you can pour the sealant in. And then again, going back to the truing part, this is your spoke wrench, but you're going to need something to hold the bladed spoke in position as you tighten and loosen the spokes that you need to do. When we put this all back together, besides the tape, we're going to put on some really, really nice fast rolling tires. These are the Continental GP 5000s in a tubeless version. And one last thing I want to show you is their weight and their, especially this one, because this one just came from the factory, what their truing looks like straight from the factory, their wheel build quality. So here's the front wheel, and the front wheel is supposed to be somewhere in this 700 gram range. It's at 751, so it's a little bit over. That doesn't raise too much of concern. Now, this one's got a valve already installed because I was getting ready to install the tire on it. And this one is sitting at about, oopsie, just shy of 1,000 grams. Okay, so now the last thing I want to show you is how true this wheel came from the factory, which I thought was really, really a tribute to their wheel build quality. This wheel has not been touched, and if you come in a lot closer, you're going to see how true that wheel is. And that's straight from the factory. And typically, when I get wheels in, I will find that I have to true them straight out of the box. So I'm slowly bringing the calipers in, and you can see it is trued to a very, very high degree. So that's all for now. If you would please, I would appreciate if you would subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like that video. The YouTube algorithm finds out that, oh, there's a lot of people that like this video. And if you subscribe or hit that notification bell, you'll also get notified that I've posted a new video. But that's all for now, and we'll catch you on the next one.